Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It is really exciting to, have everybody back. Yesterday I did a live stream on the Girona versus Arsenal match. I had a couple of people on the live stream. I was quite excited about that. And yesterday, of course, we all are happy because we won at Girona by 2 goals to 1. We could have actually won by more goals though, but and they could have actually even gotten more goals as well. But then, VAR came into play. Some goals were basically offside. Apart from the fact that we had offside goals, we also lost a penalty in the 93rd minute. That was by Sterling. But that is not the issue now because at least, anybody can actually lose a penalty. So Ronaldo has lost a penalty, Messi has lost a penalty, the best of fine players have lost penalty. So I do not see that as a big issue, especially for the fact that we were in a winning position and it was almost the end of the match. And luckily for us, we still went away with the win. So from wherever you are watching my video, the United Kingdom, Nigeria, Ghana, Kenya, Australia, wherever you are watching, welcome to my channel again. Today we are actually going to be looking at who or how the match yesterday went, and also who we are likely going to be facing in the round of 16. Now, we finished strong yesterday. We finished third on the table. So as it is on the table right now, you realize that this was what happened yesterday in the Champions League. We actually finished by 2 goals to 1. So if you see the standings now, the table, you will see that we we finished on 19 points, which means we finished quite strongly. We didn't finish badly, honestly. And we had plus 13 goals. If, for example, we had scored more goals yesterday, we probably would have been ahead of Kami being second. If to say we won Girona yesterday by, say, 4 goals to 1, which was actually very possible, but, it is what it is. So Liverpool had a really tough game yesterday. I mean, they still were able to stay on 21 points. They were on 21 points previously. I think they lost yesterday. Let me see how the matches went yesterday. So let me see. PSV, Liverpool. Liverpool lost 3 goals to 2. At PSV Eindhoven, and they also picked up a red card. So Inter won AS Monaco by 3-0. Arsenal, of course, won 2-1. AC Milan lost by 2 goals to 1 at Dynamo Zagreb. And then Barcelona Atlanta 2-2. I knew this match was going to be a tough one. I knew it wasn't going to be easy for Barcelona. Then Aston Villa actually won at the end of the day by 4 goals to 2. Because in this match, in the first half, for example, um, Aston Villa scored first. They scored the first 2 goals. Then Celtic equalized 2-2. Then I think in the second half, they scored 2 extra goals, making it 4-2 to Aston Villa. So we really had some nice games yesterday because all of the 18 matches yesterday were played all together and it was fun. I couldn't watch all the 18 matches, to be honest. I was just following the live scores and I was watching Arsenal as well as doing a watch along. So now that we have qualified to the round of 16, congratulations, everybody. Who are we going to be facing? Who are the likely people that we are going to be facing in the round of 16? So, going straight to Arsenal's website, it has been outlined. As you can see here, it says that Champions League, who we may play in the last 16. So, now, after we beat Girona in our final league phase game, we secured third spot in 36 team table and a coveted spot in the last 16 of the competition. As at yesterday, this was not guaranteed because we needed our win to be able to know where we are going to be on the league table. But gladly we got the win, and getting the win now means that we are in the round of the 16. So that means we skip the playoff round next month, but we could face, but we could face once that is complete. And what are the benefits of our impressive display in Europe so far? So here is what we need to do and why it matters. So currently now, as I have shown you on the league table, you can see that Liverpool ended with 21 points, Arsenal 19 points. FC Barcelona 19 points, Arsenal 19 points. Inter Milan, Inter Milan also ended with 19 points, but with 10 goal difference. Atletico Madrid 18, and many other clubs that ended with 18, 18. 16, 16, 16. So Aston Villa was able to scale through and they ended it with 16 goals, Atlanta with 15 goals, and so on and so forth. So who has qualified for the last 16? As you can see here, only Liverpool and Barcelona finished above us in the table. The Reds were beaten 3-2 by PSV Eindhoven to prevent them achieving a clean sweep of 8 wins from 8, while Barca drew 2-2 with Atlanta to also see them fail to finish with a win. So the only team to beat us in the league stage was Inter Milan, and they finished level on points with us after beating Monaco 3-0. But that wasn't enough to overhaul our superior goal difference. So we piped them to third spot. So going forward, we see that Atletico Madrid and Bayern Leverkusen held onto their spot thanks to matchday 8 win over RB Leipzig and Sparta Prague, while Lille and Aston Villa were the night's big winner as they snuck into the top 8 with big wins over Feyenoord and Celtic. So Lille, and if you remember, I think Lille won over Real Madrid as well. Then Aston Villa also snuck into, the the top 8, of course, as I have read it out, by beating Celtic 4 goals to 2. That match, I watched the highlight and I think it's really going to be a very interesting one. So who will be in the playoff rounds? Now, Atlanta and AC Milan slipped out of the top 8 on the final match day and dropped into the playoff rounds. Our match day one opponents battled hard to draw 2-2. That is Atlanta. At Barcelona, while Milan fell to a surprise 2-1 loss at another of our previous opponent, Dynamo Zagreb. Dynamo Zagreb, we actually beat Dynamo Zagreb, I think, by 3 goals to 0. And recent finalists Borussia Dortmund, Paris Saint-Germain, Real Madrid, Juventus, and Bayern all made it through, while Manchester City and Sporting Lisbon just grabbed into the last 32 on the final match day. So, who has been eliminated? Of course, Dynamo Zagreb just missed out on goal difference, while Stuttgart suffered a costly defeat against PSG to see them fall into the elimination. Two of our league phase foes also miss out in Shakhtar Donetsk and Girona, while Young Boys, Slova, Bratislava, Salzburg, Leipzig, Sparta Prague, Tons Grants, Red Stars, Belgrade, and Bologna have all seen their European adventures end. So what are the benefits of finishing third? This was not the team that played yesterday though, if you are looking at this image. So because we had Neto in the net yesterday. And by the way, what was Neto doing? What kind of goalkeeping is that? Nobody is really talking about these things because obviously we won yesterday, but that was some sort of a ram kind of goalkeeping. What was he doing outside of the 6 yard box? And that was not even enough. This dude was outside of the 6 yard box. Then Girona striker wanted to, score the goal. He was even also going for that ball outside of the 6 yard box. This guy could have picked up a red card if his hand touched that ball. So I don't really understand the logic behind him coming out that much yesterday. You have not been getting enough game time. Why not just stay back in the net? It's funny though. It's funny how it really happened yesterday. Then I'm still going to talk about Thomas Partey because why exactly do Mikel Arteta keep using Thomas Partey as a two? Using Thomas Partey as a two, now a lot of people keep blaming Thomas Partey that he doesn't know how to keep up with transition. That is not his natural role. He might have played as a two or as a defender at some point back, but we have converted him successfully to a DM. Partey's job now is to calm the ball, calm the pace, and also look for a way to give the ball to those who can move the ball forward, like Declan Rice, for example. So I don't understand the idea behind almost the hate on Thomas Partey simply because of the fact that he's playing out of possession or out of position. So that said, let me go on with so by finishing as high as possible in the table, teams better their chances of facing a middle ranking team in the league table in the last 16 rather than one of those who just missed out. So teams who have previously faced each other in the league phase or are from the same countries can also be opponents from the knockout stage onward. So by finishing third, we will now face the winner of the playoff between the teams who finished 13th or 14th or 19th or 20th. So the teams who finished in these positions are AC Milan, PSV Eindhoven, Feyenoord, and Juventus. So these are the likely opponent that we are going to be facing in the next round, either of all of these people. So depending on who qualifies. So for example, if I think they are going to be doing a draw amongst these people. So whoever, I mean, however the draw goes will determine who and who will be playing and how they will be playing. So as well as increased prize money of 275,000 euros per place, another benefit of finishing in the top four sees us effectively be seeded, avoiding both Liverpool and Barcelona until at least the semi-finals. So who could face who? All teams who remain in the competitions have been placed into brackets to help everyone plot their potential route to the final. That has left the following situations which could take place in the playoff round and round of 16. Monaco or Brest versus Paris Saint-Germain or Benfica, Sporting Lisbon or Club Brugge versus Atlanta or Borussia Dortmund, Celtic or or Manchester City versus Real Madrid or Bayern Munich, Feyenoord or Juventus versus AC Milan or PSV Eindhoven, Brest or Monaco versus Benfica or Paris Saint-Germain, Club Brugge or Sporting Lisbon versus Borussia Dortmund or Atlanta, Manchester City or Celtic versus Bayern Munich or Real Madrid, Juventus or Feyenoord versus PSV Eindhoven or AC Milan. So whoever qualifies here, between Juventus or Feyenoord versus PSV Eindhoven or AC Milan, would actually be facing for the right to play Inter Milan or Arsenal, be facing Inter Milan or Arsenal. So when will we find out who will face next? So there will be a draw for the playoff rounds on Friday. That is tomorrow. That is 31st. Today is 30th. That is 31st January to determine which team will face whom next month. Then, once the playoff round finishes, there will be another draw on Friday, February 21st, to determine which of the two playoff, winners we will face. One thing that is certain is that a top eight spot guarantees the second leg of our last 16 tie will be played at the Emirates Stadium. But from the quarterfinals onward, a draw will dictate this. All right, so basically that is how the Champions League has been going for Arsenal lately. We have not been really doing very well. Finishing third in 18 of 32 is really, really a big deal. It's something that we are not talking about enough. Because if we had failed, for example, a lot of people would have capitalized on that and talked about that so much. But of course, we are third on the table. Everybody's keeping quiet about that. Wait the moment we actually do not qualify to maybe the round of eight or maybe round of four. Wait till that moment and see what people will say about all of these things. Anyways, I believe we have a very good chance this season, especially if we're able to bring in a striker that can actually score more goals. Our squad is very, very thin. We all know that right now. Squad depth is a big problem for us. But Arsenal is not even looking like bringing in any player. So as it is now, the news on social media is that John Duram is going to Al Nassr, as confirmed by Fabrizio Romano. So I don't know why Arsenal is not going in for all these players, although maybe the fees is high. As at yesterday as well, Ole Watkins, who has always been a staunch Arsenal supporter, Arsenal went in for him with a bid of about 70 million pounds, and it was rejected by Aston Villa, which is also another big deal because I don't know why these guys are costing that much. I don't know if it is because they play for England, or maybe they are England nationals. So, I mean, 70 million pounds for John Durham should just be about enough. So, football has really, really changed, and a lot is happening. And if you look at that fee, it's just too much for John. It's just too much for Oli Watkins, for goodness sakes. Oli Watkins is not Osimhen. And if you look at Oli Watkins, is 29 years. 29 years, I know he's an Arsenal fan. But if he's coming on loan, yes, maybe I can take him. Or if his fee is very reduced, maybe yes, we can take him. But at 70 million pounds, but now this is it. Arsenal would not get Ole Watkins at 70 million pounds. But my problem with Arsenal is that I don't want them to use that as an excuse for not going for other players in the market. There are many other players in the market that we can still go for. There are tons of players that we can still get. So please do not use this as an excuse to say that we have gone for somebody but they refused us. So we are waiting for the summer. No, because this is our usual tactics. Now we have gone for Ole Watkins. The deal is not pulling through. Although I hear now want to put in a stronger bid. I don't know what, by today we are going to get that information. So, anyways, guys, this was really what happened yesterday in the Girona versus Arsenal match, and the why the win yesterday was so important. Now we know who we are likely going to be playing next. We are likely going to be playing next, which makes it very, 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 very interesting for us. So again, if you missed that part, we are Arsenal is going to be playing either Juventus, Feyenoord, PSV Eindhoven, or AC Milan. Should many of them qualify to the round of 16? So, guys, thank you so much. This is the video this is what I want to talk about in this video. If you have not subscribed to my channel, please do endeavor to subscribe to my channel. Watch my previous videos. You can as well watch my live stream yesterday if you have the time. Let's form a community together. So in the comment section below, I will be dropping a Telegram link where it is a group where we are going to be able to talk as Arsenal fans, discuss our win, loss, our emotions, and everything together. It's an open platform where you'll be able to talk about what really matters to you as an Arsenal fans, who you think we should be getting in, whatever opinion you have about Arsenal, you can actually discuss. So, guys, thank you so much for watching my video. I really, really do appreciate. Please remember to hit the subscribe button. All right, guys.